Like, if you're just always like, all right, no, my work comes first. Oh, my work comes first. Then we're not in a relationship.
Right. What's going on, creative people? Welcome back to another episode of Creatives Are Essential Podcast. I am Christina.
I am Mark Lee.
I am Des.
And it's Joe. Wagwan, friends.
We're getting good at that.
My pets.
What?
Same thing we say every week.
We're getting good at it. What up, everybody?
What's up?
What's going on?
There's always an awkward silence.
I just felt like we were like super like hype, like maybe 10 minutes ago. I feel like now, I don't know if the coffee's wearing off or what.
I was just about to say, because before we started recording, they was in rare form, all of them.
No.
All of them.
Yeah. I was in prayer the whole time.
I mean,
hey, don't even go there.
Come on, Pastor Mark, with your church pants on and your church shoes.
Mark is feeling himself today. Y'all hear
With
me?
the watch.
I just had to like switch it up a little bit. You know?
You
Yeah.
gotta show the watch.
What? No, I gotta be humble. Zoom in on that thing. I'm just playing.
Stupid. Well, today we have a good episode. We have, instead of doing like a specific topic, because I couldn't think of nothing, we're gonna do a Q&A, which I think is, fun.
Yeah.
Fun. You know what we should do first before we start taking other people's questions? Does anybody here have a question? You like you had an idea.
No, my question was, what's about to happen?
Oh.
We didn't talk
We
about
didn't go over this.
This wasn't in the outline.
For each other?
Yeah. Before we start answering other people's questions.
Wait, okay, this is important. Are we going to ask questions that we think our viewing audience would want to know? Or, because I feel like we kind of know each other pretty well.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
What? No.
All right, so we can go.
Des was like, what? Abort! She just
I tried. I was hoping something came and it didn't.
I was just gonna get way too personal. I don't know
What?
I was.
You can't say that and not say it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we didn't cover any of this. So I don't know what's on and off limits.
We just edited it out.
Yeah. We always edit your parts
Says
out.
the people who aren't gonna edit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, don't worry, we'll just take that part right out.
Oh man. So maybe for the young men that are watching, maybe they want to know what what your type is. Christina, what are you looking for in a nice young man?
I thought this was a
We
creative
went there.
podcast.
Zooms in.
Rabbit holes.
Again, I didn't know what was on and off.
All right, so let's go straight to the questions that the people sent because,
Did you have any questions? I feel like, you kind of teed it up. Maybe you have something for the rest of us. Yeah. Maybe you should kick it off, and that will give us an idea of like how to.
Hopefully.
Because you went left.
And you said nothing. So.
Self-esteem. Back up. Back up.
You came out with that kind of quick.
No, I wasn't holding on to that. Or nothing.
I haven't been dying to ask that question for years.
Oh, man.
Well, I did want to know, like, how you guys been feeling as far as creatively. Do you feel like there's anything that's kind of like I've kind of been in this like, okay, let's try to like level up, lately. Do you guys feel like there's anything that's pushing y'all to level up lately, or motivating y'all, or is there another level that y'all want to go to that you are trying to that you're trying to reach?
Yeah, I think for me, definitely. I just as of late, I've really had an itch to get back into student mode, I think, and like really like try to learn more things and try different, try to get outside of what I'm comfortable with doing already, like from, a creative standpoint, from photography. I mean, yeah, really just photography right now. But yeah, I think that for me is like I'm in this headspace where like, okay, I got to get back to, trying to expand the things that I know how to do. And okay, how can I perfect this? How can I be better at this? Oh, that's a nice effect I want to try. How can I do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of where my headspace is at right now.
Good stuff. How are you gonna get there? What's the plan?
Well, I am exploring certain different avenues. I know there's some things that I've seen that I'm like, I really want to try. I don't want to get into specifics as to what, but like, okay, that's what I want to try. Now I'm like scouring YouTube to find as many like tutorials as possible, adding to a playlist, you know, picking a day, going through all of that.
Good stuff.
I'm thinking about, you know, getting a subscription to one of those, you know, teaching platforms. I won't say the name yet until they sponsor us.
I know which one you have in mind, and I hope that they sponsor us as well.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works.
Bet. Des?
I don't know if it's anything that like happened to make me. Well, Church on Sunday was pretty good, that message, but I think maybe that kind of confirmed it, where like I'm trying to be more intentional in like creating content and like posting and stuff like that, and it has been kind of fun. You know, I think before it was just kind of like, okay, like I gotta put I gotta put something out. I gotta, okay, like what's the insights looking like? You know, when before it was like, this is fun, like let me do this. You know what I mean? So I think I'm getting back to that place. Yeah, even the pictures that you sent me so far, like it was dope.
Listen, that looked like a whole Nike ad.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I should put the picture in the video so y'all can see it.
I'll send it to you.
It looks dope. It looks dope. It's a studio picture of her that he took, and it looks like when you walk into the Nike store, like it would be hanging up in there, like a really dope.
Yeah. I think, and that helped too. Like, you know, like you take the picture, but then when you see it, it's like, dang, like, okay, let's try and do something else. You know what I mean? So
right.
I think I'm, you know, in that place. So we'll see. So far, so good.
Marcus?
Cool. I think, well, creatively, I feel like I'm in the same place. I'm not necessarily like trying to level up in a sense, but I think just in life in general, like just getting back to a place where I'm kind of like evaluating different goals, even like self-improvement in different areas in my life, where I felt like I kind of fell off or kind of like let the gas go a little bit, but just, you know, really pushing to like attain those goals, whether it be financially, health-wise, even therapy, what else? Like just my relationships with the people around me, and spend a lot of time with my family. So I think like my goals have just been, how do I create like healthy balance in all areas of my life? And that's what I've been pretty much up to. So creatively, you know, I feel
everything
like
else.
This is the year of the 6 is what I want to call it. You know,
Year of the
what?
Of the 6.
What's that?
Financially,
Devil is a liar.
Right.
No, not the 666.
I'm
The
over here
6. You know, I'm trying to, you know, make some financial goals. So,
got you.
Six
Okay.
figures.
Yeah,
So,
I'm with you
got
on that.
you.
I'm with
Okay.
you on that. You're like, you know what? We'll put the camera on. You get out. You get out.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just trying to like, you know, live, just balance my life.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. I think for me, financially, I have big goals that I kind of been sleeping on. So I need to like refocus and make sure that I can, see if I can still hit those goals by the end of the year. I believe in miracles. So, you know, it could happen. And then for me, just learning the business aspect behind what I'm doing. So like, how can I, outside of just the creative, you know, developing more as a creative, but like, how can I put the infrastructure behind, you know, the creative stuff so that the business can actually grow and be more professional and things like that. Like having systems in place. That's what I'm looking forward to. The website's still coming along. So.
Hey.
And
I got a sneak peek.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks so
nice.
good.
Super fresh.
I'm gonna say, before we get into these questions, it just hit different when you see all your work in one place.
Yeah.
You know, that's not Instagram.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
seriously though, I think it's important. Like I know, like even Christina's been pushing me to get mine going, and I desperately need to. But like it is something when you just can sit there and look at like the body of work that you've done.
Yeah, man.
And it just kind of puts things in perspective a little bit. Like,
I was like, I shot that.
I am kind of dope.
I did.
Low key.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the first question. There's a lot. What are ways to develop consistent creative tactics?
Consistent creative tactics.
Flush that out.
Well,
I don't know. That's what they said. But
I guess in a sense, like, I know for me, like I do a lot of bullet journaling, like on a day-to-day basis. Like I have like, all right, these tasks I want to like accomplish for today. And then as I finish one, or people do with Post-its, they put a bunch of different tasks that they want to do. And then you just do that every day, let's say for like 30 days, create the habit. And you'll see like a lot of the stuff that you, because it creates dopamine. When you see like you're accomplishing different things, it creates like a positive dopamine in your brain and encourages you, okay, what else can I accomplish? And, you know, and then you do that for so long. Yeah. You before you know it, like your goals are tackled. So
I like that.
Yeah, it's a good, you know, I mean, because I think, it's like write the vision, make it plain, right?
Right.
So when we have all these things we want to do in our head, it's like we're so like flustered and like, oh, like how am I going to finish it? But if you just write it down, you see it, it's easier to tackle it. So.
Good stuff.
Come on, Pastor.
I was gonna say, like, a few months ago we started create a creative challenge where every week we were putting out, trying to put out content or do something. And I think that's something to keep you fresh and like, I mean, based on what they were asking, which I'm not too sure, but like just to be consistent with something, I think challenging yourself to have something on a deadline every week
absolutely
definitely pushes you to stay consistent and also grow creatively.
Like I think that like you said, it's good to be able to say, okay, something has to be done by this date.
Right.
What am I going to do? You know what I mean? And it's like, it's a good pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a good pressure to say, okay, what are you going to do? Come on.
Yeah.
Clock's running.
And I think it also helps to fight against perfectionism because you can't sit with it for too
that's
long.
true.
So you kind of have to like, it's not perfect the way that I would want it, but I have to have it by this date. So like,
absolutely,
you know,
sometimes done is better than perfect, guys.
Amen.
And I think it's good to have like, if you have an accountability partner or have someone that, you know, kind of keeps you. So to tell someone, you know what I mean? Not just like, because you tend to make excuses for yourself. Like, it was a long day.
Yeah.
I deserve a break.
But
when you have someone,
my mom, I feel like every day has been asking me, how's the website coming? And I'm like,
shut up.
Finally, don't worry about it. Finally, yesterday, I was like, you keep asking me that. Like, is this your website? Because stop holding me accountable. I know I'm taking longer than I should.
Right. How's your website doing?
Right.
Do you have one?
I ain't gonna say
How
that.
much about your business?
I ain't gonna say that to her. Okay. Anything else we want to add to that?
I think that's pretty good.
Okay. Next question. How do we get into our current career path?
I'll start because mine is pretty short. So
it's not a path, it's a step.
I mean, like, I just had Instagram. A friend of mine was like, hey, you should have more followers. And I'm like,
I should.
And she was like, hey, do this. And I started doing this and boom, the end. No, I started posting on Instagram like more intentionally and, you know, trying to be more interactive and like using Instagram like for what it offers and not just like, you know, when your grandma and aunties just got Instagram or Facebook and they just post a picture here and there, but like actually be intentional. And I mean, I saw major growth. So with that, I just started, you know, taking pictures, modeling here and there. So boom.
Good stuff.
Good. My turn? Okay.
Yep.
Well, long story short, went to school for business, opened a business, then started working part-time for a medical company. From there, they opened up the IT department, said they wanted to hire from within. So I was like, why not? Extra money. Started working in IT. They trained me. From that point, did that for about 6 years, decided like, I like IT. It's cool. Pays the bills, pays very well. However, I like more design. So I went to a design boot camp for about 6 months where I learned like UI, UX methods in design. And yeah, now I'm here. And then from there, I picked up a camera, YouTube. So it's kind of like two.
What made you want to pick up a camera?
Honestly, one night I was just watching YouTube and I think I came up with the realization like, man, you spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos for whatever reason, whether it be like, hey, how do I change like my headlight, you know, or just entertainment because I don't really watch TV. And then one day I was just like, I could do this, you know, because then I discovered vlogging. And I was like, these people just walk around and vlog. I was like, I could do this. So from there, I just picked up my phone, started recording vlogs. And
what was your first one?
My first vlog was like the intro to my channel, which Christina helped with.
Hey guys.
So
me.
it was cool, just like an introduction, what I wanted to do, like
Yeah.
the purpose behind it,
Mhm.
and went into the intro. And it was like maybe 4 minutes. So
And that was back in 2018.
yeah, it's been a minute.
You've
Wow.
been consistent.
Bravo.
Good job.
It's been
Good.
quite the journey. So
Good stuff, man.
Awesome.
Joseph.
Well, I was actually in school I went to college for education. I graduated education degree, and I was a teacher for like 3 years at elementary school. But like all along, like I'm just like, even in college, I would just make videos because it was just fun for me. And I was always into photography, but I never really had a camera. And so I remember we were working on some random stuff, like random thing. I think like I did like a little video for someone's album giveaway or something like that, and it was just fun to do.
Oh, Ray Maso.
No, it was who the people with Marty and
Social Club.
Social Club.
Yeah.
And I did that. It was fun, but I just knew like I feel like God was kind of pulling me towards like this media stuff because it was just really taking over my thought process, all of it. I just want to make videos. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I wound up I felt like God was telling me to leave my job with the school after 3 years. And I'm like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what the next move is, but I know that you're telling me to go. And when I left, that's when an opportunity for the what would you call it? I guess media director for the church opened up, and I was like, okay, here it is. And I want to get in the job. We did a video for we were doing like a whole rebrand for the church, and like we put together. Me and Christina would sit at Dunkin' Donuts putting together this video promoting the new logo change and all that stuff. But yeah, that was how I got started.
3 billion hours.
Yeah, seriously.
For a 30-second video.
And that's actually around then is when I bought my first camera, my
Nice.
first like professional camera. And I spent like a lot. Well, it was a lot of money at the time for me.
Right.
Like that was, yeah, but it was great, man. I think that was when I like officially made that whole career change, like completely out of education. And now I'm doing this stuff, man. So yeah.
Christina.
Well, see, when I ask the questions, I can.
You're just the
divvy 'em out.
moderator?
Yeah, I'm just the moderator. People don't need to know. No, I feel like we've talked about it before, but I went to school right out of high school. I went to school for graphic design, and doing graphic design, photography kind of goes hand in hand with it.
Mhm.
So naturally, that was like the progression for me. And since I already had a camera that also had video like functions, I was kind of playing with that, and I had the opportunity. The summer after I got my camera to like go on tour for a month as a videographer. So that really like pushed me to like learn more and learn about editing and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I got into that. And I was like, I think there's something here beyond just graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I was cool with just graphic design,
Mm.
but being able to do photo and video, I love it.
Yeah. I remember Christina put out this music video from the tour with
The one and only music video I've ever done.
But it was good though. Like
It's all right.
the
Looking
vault.
back now,
It's in the vault somewhere.
Is it next
Yeah.
to the rap album that she recorded?
It's probably sitting right next to it. Yeah. Never to see the light of day.
It's on YouTube, guys. So
Oh,
The rap album or the music video?
definitely the music video. You will never find a trace of any music that I put out.
We need 100 likes and we'll tell you her rap name.
It was Young C. So there's
What?
that.
There go the likes.
Mhm.
Y'all still like this video though?
There was a second rap name, but then I can't tell you. I can't tell you that one.
We'll see.
Exclusive.
There's a trace there, so I can't put that one out there. You'll
Okay.
find some stuff. Next question. How did we pivot during the pandemic as creatives?
Mm.
Somebody go first, so I don't got to talk about my
Pivot.
experience.
I don't know if I
Pivot.
did completely.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'll take that back. I think some of the stuff, I mean, obviously nobody's trying to do portraits in the middle of a pandemic, you know? like everyone was like,
I
man,
saw people
with
were
masks.
doing them virtually,
Yeah, I did see.
Oh,
actually,
yeah,
I
I
did
remember
see
that.
that.
Yeah,
I
I
did see
remember
that. Yeah,
Which was in my mind.
I mean, I think it's more of like
Seems
a
stupid.
project than it's like it's a better idea
Like,
than
so
it
you
is.
took your own picture and you paying me to do it. Innovation.
I was like, okay, people doing it.
Yeah.
I guess.
But I think in that time, that's when we kind of made a change, like because everybody's trying to find something to do in this season, right? Where it's like, okay, now's the time to start my thing or whatever. So you got a bunch of people trying to start their podcast, start, this, that, and the third. And I think it became more of a, okay, I'm helping people get this thing started now. And
Right.
like, so now like some of the stuff we worked on together, I don't know if we're saying names. I mean, people know that we were pretty instrumental in the startup of I Am Athlete. And like that was a pivot for, because now I'm going from, portrait photography to sound engineer and editing. Yeah, editing.
The first season of I Am Athlete was completely edited by this guy.
Yeah, man. And that was a grind too. Like that was was definitely. And talk about, I'm going back to the challenge thing. Like, cause I remember like, I was just kind of getting it done because we had to turn them things around pretty quick. But I remember Christina saying like, okay, hey, for the breaks, I'd really like to see you like, let's try to like, add a little more creativity to the transitions. And I'm like, first of all, who do you think you are?
He was very template based.
I was.
He was like, okay,
but also
so I'm gonna put
too.
this shot
Thank
here.
you.
I'm gonna take last week's out and put this one here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front because that was, I think, for me, like especially when there's a crunch time, it's like, man, I just want to get it done and out.
Yeah.
But I think even in that, like that challenge was like, okay, yeah, get it out, but don't get formulaic.
Right.
You
That's
know
the
what
word.
I mean? And so, okay, yeah, reverse that clip and flip it and
impressing
make
me.
it do something when the beat does this, like, and so
He was impressing me.
yeah. So
You're
yeah,
welcome.
man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks, boss.
Anytime. I think I don't know how creatives pivoted if you weren't like digital. Like people who were painting or whatever, I don't know what they did.
Right.
But for us being like digital creatives, I just think it was just a lot more work than we were used to. So I and even that, I'm not sure if it's a pivot. It was just like, all right, instead of working 6 hours a day, you're working 12.
Right.
Because now everything has to be digital. So like your job matters more now than lots of other people's jobs. So
yeah.
that was a hard thing for me, at least. I don't know about y'all, but we was working.
Absolutely.
Me,
Grinding.
Will, Dom, shout out to Dom.
Yeah.
Joe.
Dom.
We was working.
Hom.
Yeah,
I think
Reese, baby.
for me, I just use it as an opportunity to kind of like fine tune like the visual aspect of my channel. So because I just went from like just straight vlogging to having the idea like, all right, let me create like a sit down space. So I just like redid a room in the house and like just made a whole office. So that way like just the visual appeal of the channel could just like go better, be better. That's probably the most I've pivoted creatively, I guess you can say. But other than that, like everything's kind of stayed the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing exciting. I'm sorry.
No, it's all
Sorry.
good.
I was like, okay. All right, next question.
Next question. This is a good one. As a creative, would you date another creative?
Yes.
I would.
Yeah.
I think there's a
Nope. You got it.
well
Go ahead.
what Desiree was gonna say is no, I think it's like, I mean, I would, creative or not, I think it's just having somebody who understands.
That's what I was gonna say.
I told you, well, Desiree was about to say,
Yeah.
but just having somebody who understands what it's gonna take to start, sustain, and keep like that creative process going. Somebody who's gonna understand like, hey, it might be some late nights.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might have no time. Sometimes I might have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Right.
But just like somebody who just understands the process, like, all right, you're busy, but at the same time, you're still making time and a conscious effort to like cultivate your relationship. But just somebody who knows what it takes
Yeah.
and can understand you on that level, like, or like if you're dating a creative, like there's just ideas that we have in our
Yeah.
head that we have to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't have the room to get those ideas and that creative energy out, then I feel like we kind of do ourselves and the person that we're with a disservice because we're not necessarily being who we were called to be. You know what I mean?
Good stuff.
Mark.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Very good.
Do some things, y'all.
Yeah. Pick one.
Yeah.
But you know, we good.
Oh,
You good?
some water. Okay.
But okay, so playing devil's advocate,
So we're the devil
like
today.
like you famously do, Mr. Six. How would you feel if now the person that you're the creative that you're dating, has a lot going on, and now they don't have time for you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because it's one thing
yeah.
when the
This
grace is being shown.
Yeah.
To you.
It's like I got a lot going
This turned
on.
into a whole different podcast.
I'm just saying we here.
No, but honestly, I mean, for me, I've come to that conclusion. Like for me, since we being real here,
For
like,
me.
there's nothing that attracts me more. Like you got stuff going on. Like you don't have time. I mean, of course, everything in like doses or like there has to be some type of balance. But there's nothing to me like being with somebody or dating somebody or seeing somebody who has like goals and creative goals and they're accomplishing and they're doing. Obviously there has to be some conversation. You can't just deal with or date somebody who never makes any time for you. That's not a relationship.
Right.
You in it by yourself.
Yeah.
But as long as the conversation and there's understanding, but I just Issa Rae, she always got, but that's
She's
attractive
engaged.
to me. Well, no, I'm saying, but not her per se, but like the
Just
fact
letting you
that
know.
she has creative goals, she has things that she's doing. For me, like I'm attracted to that.
Is quality time a big thing for you in general, though, creative or not?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but to have somebody who's creative, and y'all could do that stuff together, like
Yeah.
that's a plus to me.
Would you want you guys to have like a joint thing? Like what? Like let's say like you and your spouse that you both are photographers. Like, is that something that you would be okay with? Like,
I would be okay with
you
that.
guys are operating in the
absolutely.
exact same space.
Yeah, because like I said, it goes back to having someone who understands. Like, if you know we just did this, let's say, wedding shoot 2 days ago, then you know I have to edit. So like that's
Right.
a conversation
Right.
that doesn't
So
necessarily.
don't be trying to spend time with me. You know what I'm
'Cause
saying?
I don't got it for you.
Right.
No, of course you spend time, but it's just like it goes
No, I
back
get
to
it.
that level
Yeah.
of understanding.
That's
Yeah.
so serious.
Man, listen.
Got some triggers there.
No triggers, but I'm just keeping
Nah.
it real. What about you guys?
That voice went up.
That's what I'm saying. Went up an octave.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you got me when you said, like, what if your spouse is the one that's don't have time for you?
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
like, well, no, don't.
Right.
don't-
Stop. I want the grace.
Right.
I don't have grace to give.
Stop with all your creative stuff.
Yeah.
Spend time
Focus
with
on
me.
me.
I mean, I do. Never mind. I mean, I do well by myself to a certain degree. I like quality time, but if I don't know, if I sense that you're busy, I'm just not.
That's what I'm saying. I think it deals with the person though. Like if quality time isn't like a big thing for you. I mean, everyone has a little bit of each, yes. But like I think if quality time is like the primary, like
Yeah.
you will feel it a lot more
Yeah.
and it will be a little harder for you to be like understanding. But yeah, so
Yeah, there definitely has to be like some cutoff.
right.
Yeah.
Do you initiate the cutoff?
Yeah, and I have to see like
Hey.
you want to spend time with me
Me.
too. Like if you're just always like, all right, no, my work comes first. Oh, my work comes first. Then we're not in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have to see some type of give and effort on your side as well. Christina making so many faces over there.
I'm like, you giving me a lot of eye contact right now.
I'm agreeing with you. Work comes first. I mean, the work does not come first.
You're right. Like, that's not what I was saying.
The work does
Oh,
not come
goodness.
first.
Never mind. I'm not gonna do
Why
that.
you
No,
do that?
say that.
Say what you gotta
Say
say.
what
Say
You don't want me to say
it
it.
with-
So
say
let's
it
talk
with your
about
chest.
Nah. Was that your question, Christina, or was that a question that was
That was
submitted?
a question.
Okay. Or you okay. I thought you might have,
What are you
wanted,
saying
I
right
That's
thought
what
she
I'm
might have
saying.
wanted
You
to
just-
ask the question out of experience or something.
Oh no! If I
you
wanted to
actually
ask a
read
question,
it.
that would have just been our topic
Ooh,
for the
okay.
show.
Sorry.
She like, look, I say what what I need to say when I need to say it.
You was about
That's
to
it.
say something.
No, I was just thinking. I remember someone I knew that she was in the medical field, and so she was always like, I would never like try to date another doctor because like when would we see each other type of thing. And I feel like it's kind of the same type of concept when it comes to two creatives together, because especially if you have your own things going on.
That's hard.
Yeah, because I get it if you're in the same space, like Homily and Brittany, like they
Those
work
are
together,
right?
You know what I mean? So I can see, like, we actually need to do a podcast with them. I think that might be cool.
Yeah.
But anywho, I feel like that's cool because you're doing this together. It's a joint thing, so I get to see my spot. But like, if you doing a shoot over there and I'm doing a shoot over here, and I'm, you're working on this thing and I'm working on that thing, and it's like, okay, well, when, like, do we take less projects to make sure, you know what I mean? Like, what does that look like?
God forbid you guys have to be in like different states.
Oh,
yeah.
That's tough.
You
But
know?
then a question to that is, when you are working with the person always, and they're your business partner, but then they're also your husband or wife, and like everywhere you go, like, dang, I got to see you again. Like, dang, can I miss you? Like, can I take a job outside of you?
You really got to like the person.
Yeah.
I think I would prefer to have like my own separate thing, so I can like, it gives me a chance to like breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like go and do what I need to do and then come back to you.
Yeah.
Rather than like we're
Because in the beginning,
joint
like,
at the
oh,
hip.
they're so cute. I love them so much. And like week 2, you're like, oh, hey.
Right.
Week 3, week 4, like, look.
Listen, I learned that from being on tour. I was like, okay, at the end of this, I'm either gonna love these people even more, or I'm gonna hate these people. Because like, you with the person. Shout out to the people at Married at First Sight. You know what I'm saying? Because you are with that person, every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's kind of off, but it just made me think about it. I don't know if I could do that. I think I would need to have like a separate thing.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said, like, I'm not sure. I know when I'm working on something, I can be like super locked in. Or I can allow myself to be super locked in. I think I would still struggle because quality time is big for me. So I think I have a habit sometimes of pushing my work aside to, what you gotta say?
So I was waiting for her to come like this. Oh, I'm editing. It's quality time.
You don't know my life. You don't know my life, Mark.
Quality time.
Just from the side of my eye. I already lost track of what I was saying. Side of my eye, I see all the gestures and
I was waiting to see how this was gonna play out, because I see you talking and I can see all of Mark's face expressions right here, and I was like,
So,
let's see where this is gonna go.
Sorry.
William,
Check in.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
You're saying
Thank
you
you,
couldn't
Des.
be on Married at First Sight
She
because
said,
Nope.
That's what I was.
She said, shout out to Married at First Sight.
right, because they have to be
Together all the time.
together all the time, and
Cliff notes.
What was I saying?
I'm trying to find it, to be honest. I kind of lost it too.
Let's rewind the tape, please. No.
Thanks, Mark.
All right. Sorry.
I think I was saying like it's easy for me to be locked in, but it's also easy for me because quality time is big for me with the people that I wanted to, people that I really want to spend time with. Mark. It's easy for me to push my work aside and like focus on, and that's not dating another creative. That's just dating in general. But if someone did that to me and was just like, I'm locked in for 2 weeks.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
So let me ask you guys this. Let me this be the last question for this section, or this whatever. Would you prefer to date a creative or a non-creative?
Oh, Joe.
I would wait.
It have to be a creative though, because you still need to understand.
So like not a good one. Like not one that actually
I got a
has a bunch of clients and stuff.
You gotta suck. Okay.
Like be all right. Like to the point I kind of like what you were, but I can work with you, but also don't be like so good that
I can never see you.
that's what you want.
Only one of us can be good.
You want one that do it on the side. Like he might have an actual 9 to 5, but he does.
No, I don't want that.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, right? And we were created in his image. So that means we are creators. So yeah, I would love to date a creator. Oh, because we're all creators. All right. We're all creators.
And that's the last answer for this segment.
Going back to what you said, I want someone who is, whether creative or business, because to me they're just as important. But I want someone who's really successful at what they do. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, that's a nice video that you made. This is great. Good job.
Good job.
I just don't feel like you would have that problem though.
What you mean?
Knowing you just be like, all right, this is what you could have done better. Like this, like I don't.
But men have a hard time.
Let's talk about that.
Anywho,
I would say I would prefer to date or marry whatever we're talking about a creative, because you can understand,
right?
But
and you can bounce ideas off of each other. Yeah, you can bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah, the random thoughts, the random visions,
all
the randomness.
I think I need it. I just don't know.
Yeah,
when it happens, how I'm going
like what that looks like.
Yeah. Because that was a good question.
Yeah,
might be. What about you?
I don't know.
Like I asked the questions.
To me, I think I would be okay if they weren't a creative. But
you say that
but
now.
That's what I'm saying. I think. I don't know.
It depends on the person.
But wait. But as long as they, had an understanding of like what goes into the product. Like if you're one of those people that is like, I mean, you just click a button for a living, then it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
But if you like, he's working hard, you know what I mean, this, that, and third, then yeah, I don't mind that. Now, I mean, let me say this too. I've met some pretty creative women that I mean, part of that is an attraction. You know, the fact that you're able to make this and make dope stuff.
And
you know what I mean?
Any of them you want to shout out?
You messy.
Hey, I'm getting him back for what he did to y'all. So at the beginning,
what did I do to y'all?
The question. What's her type?
Thank you.
I completely forgot about that.
See, I got you.
I think you just officially got forgiven.
You did. It's all good.
He's like, you're not so messy.
Both of y'all coming with that Married at First Sight reunion energy.
Boy, all the shade, all the pettiness.
Sorry, my
I
gosh.
went back. Yeah. So we got another question.
You did you answer? I mean,
I did. I said I wouldn't be mad at.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So if she just had a regular job and then at 5:00, she like, okay, so like,
what time is dinner?
Right. And I say that because y'all know I was talking to this dude a few months ago, and it just wasn't. He got off of work and he thought that we was just gonna be like talking, and I'm like, bro,
I'm working.
And you text me an hour later, the answer ain't gonna change. Like, what you doing? The same thing I was doing an hour ago.
Yeah.
I think that's why I think I would need someone who doesn't have just a regular job or career.
I just think it's about the person and balance and understanding.
But if you're dating someone that isn't a creative, that person, like, is it hard? Well, we need to bring on someone that's not necessarily a creative, because like their mindset, like how do they
view? What do they want?
Right.
What are the habits that they cultivated and created?
Yeah.
Like I said, that's why I feel like it just comes to understanding. Like, there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. There's also nothing wrong with being, like in control of your finances, like what you do, your time. Like, there's blessings on both sides. But if you're with someone who just understands, like, hey, this is the road that they've decided to travel, I have to respect that and I admire it. And if your life is, I want to go to work, get off, come home, cool, understanding. I feel like it can work. I just feel like it has to be a level of maturity and understanding on both parts.
Okay. And last thing, going back to the semi messy question, what? No, come back. He's like,
I'm like, she's looking at you.
if you are, let's say you are dating a creative,
Mhm.
and I think you said it actually, like, what if they're just not as good?
Mm.
Like, how do you deal with that?
Honestly, that is one of my biggest fears. Like for real.
Like you dating a
it's-
singer and she sucks.
this-
How do you support?
Mm-mm.
You know that reminds me of. Remember,
Yes.
did y'all see the Her music video? What's it called?
Yep.
She's
I
like,
know.
yep, I seen them all. The one you're talking about. Yep.
Hard
The dude was
Place?
like, yeah, hard
I
place.
think.
You're
Yeah,
doing it for
when
you.
she's like
Yeah.
blowing up and she's super successful,
Mhm.
and he's still like
Getting his footing.
getting his footings, like a slow climb, and he
Yeah.
started to kind of like envy her.
Mhm.
You know, like how do
Yeah.
you deal with that?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
I need
know.
someone who's on the same level or greater.
but-
Well, I'll say, go, you got something?
No.
No.
You go.
I think it for me. It just depends on if they're open to
For criticism.
input, and criticism.
Mhm.
'Cause I think that's going to be the
Constructive.
key to
Yeah.
like if we can kind of level up. Because the thing is, you can have like the passion is probably the most important thing. If you got it, okay, cool. But now we can take that passion and let's mold what you're working on into what it can be and what we
Mhm.
want it to look like. I do, but that is a big fear because some people have no idea. Like the people that try to sing and they really think they can sing,
Mhm.
but they can't sing.
Mhm.
There's people
Just
that
'cause they move their
like,
jaw.
huh?
Just because they move their jaw, that don't mean
Yeah, go yay. Like, but just because you do it doesn't mean it's good. And like, I just that level of self-aware is not there.
Mhm.
I don't know how I'd be able to function.
Plot twist. What if you're that creative in the relationship
You
where
wouldn't
they're
know, would
like,
you wouldn't know.
like, man, this is great.
Right,
And
babe?
they're like,
And they're like,
yes.
Well, I feel like
Yes.
we all sucked at some point.
Yeah.
So like, and it
the
took-
grace for that.
and it took like us humbling ourselves. So like, Christina's like, I've never sucked.
No,
at all."
look,
I look
I'm not
back,
gonna.
I definitely did.
I look back on the pictures from like a year ago, and the amount of like my face was like clean. The amount of like filter I put on that mug, I'm like, jeez, that editing was terrible. So even that, I'm like, okay, I'm getting better, but yeah.
It reminds me, what was that meme? I think both of you guys posted it, or one of you guys. Like, I don't want to date somebody who I got to worry about what his next outfit choice is.
Me.
Oh, yeah. I told her that's legit Haley and Jacob from Married at First Sight.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that. Like, I don't want,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, because what if that's a good, because I think that would be my thing. Like, you know, waking up in the morning and you chose to wear that,
I just
Yikes.
please.
need
Whoever you
someone
are.
who's good at what they
He's
do.
just
If
nice.
you are gonna be, if I am gonna date a creative, you have to be good. Because I'm past the stage where I'm bad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can't.
Yeah, you gotta
can't.
you gotta meet a novice or a vet like
Right.
in the creative space. Like if I don't know, I feel like I have a little more grace if you're just starting. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. Like
If you're
let's
just
build. you know?
starting, but even
But
then,
like sometimes you see people, they're you go back and look and like, oh wait, you didn't just start. Like, this is
you've been sucking for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. That's hard.
I mean, maybe they have other nice qualities.
But again, I do believe like if you're okay with taking criticism, then I can work with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, because I feel like there is that is something that you can build. That's a muscle that you can work on. Now, certain things like if you can't sing, you can't sing. You know what I mean? But like I feel like I can teach you how to compose a shot or how to.
But some people
edit.
got it and some people don't.
Yeah, I do believe it. But I feel like there is a
I
better
don't know.
base. There's a better base
And
floor.
I'm gonna need you to know, like, if you do or you don't.
Christina, I can see Christina in the conversation. Look, some people got it, and some people don't.
Shut up. But low key though, like I know a lot of guys in our industry, and I feel like my work is better than a lot of
Yeah.
them. So it's like,
yeah,
what
I
do-
definitely agree with that.
What do you? How do you?
Do they
What
have
does
to
a
be better than you
relationship-
though?
But does the
Ideally.
relationship fall
Wow.
on that? though? I
That's
just
a that's
feel
a
like
level
there's
of
That's
so much
attraction
more.
right there.
There's so
That's
much more
true.
to a relationship. Than
I
like-
understand that, but also I don't want to have to defend your work if it sucks.
So you know what, guys, I just came up with an idea, and if anyone steals it, this is
Creative dating show.
not a dating show, but a creative dating app. Okay, so listen, there's certain tiers of
All of I only saw Christina's face, and I knew my face dropped. What did you do? Because he was so excited. We're
don't
like-
worry, you both made the same face. No, I'm sorry. I was just thinking, like, as she said that, I'm like, okay, I guess I need to start finding like the really dope guys on there, and then just create a pool of those and send them to her.
That would be
And then,
great.
you know, yeah. See, all
That
right.
would be great.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Only the elite though.
Hey, got all the creative gentlemen out there. If you get a DM from me, just
Or you can just
We'll
message her directly at _ Tina Jones.
Okay. Filter them first.
yeah. I'll be taking applications. I am at Joe Stitt. Okay, thank you.
Was that for her or was that for you?
I'm definitely not taking no guys'
No,
applications.
no, of course not.
Now, also, ladies, you can.
Stupid. I take those applications and I sort through them first.
Do we want to go to the next question? Because we've been on.
I feel like
I'm just saying.
this might be the
Let's
podcast.
save up.
Right.
We should probably do a whole podcast about this.
dating creatives.
Because I got some thoughts.
For real.
Okay.
I got some thoughts too, but we talking about two different things. That's a joke.
Next question.
Rare form.
Do you feel as if Black people support or look down at Black creatives?
Oh wait, other Black people looking at Black creatives,
Mhm.
or people looking at Black creatives?
Black people.
Black people.
You say
looking at
look
Black creatives.
down at them?
Yeah. Do you feel as if Black people support or look down at Black creatives?
I think there's a mixture of both. I think even when we talked about this probably.
In the last episode.
Yeah,
Mhm.
where you think of Black business, you tend to think like, oh, like discount, like it's beneath. You know what I mean? You don't take
Yeah.
it as seriously. But I think there is a balance. I think more so now with, everything that happened last year. Even still now, people are more like, yeah, Black art, Black,
Yeah.
this and
Yeah.
that. But I think there is a
I think
downside to it.
I feel like people are supportive up until they need something done.
Mm.
Yeah, hey, my boy, he's a great designer or great this and that. But like
Mhm.
when they need like a
Right.
design
Mhm.
made,
Hey,
they're
hook me
like,
up real quick.
hey, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like, no, keep that same
To-
energy.
right.
Tune it now. Obviously, that's not everybody, because I think there are people out there that have no, I want to pay you what you're worth, all that stuff.
Mhm.
But I think we do have a little bit of an issue there when it actually comes down to the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this too, even with creatives in the industry that are like vets in the game, and you have like younger ones coming up, I don't think there's a lot of investment into those young people, because I'll say this, like, because a lot of the new creators are coming into this space raw, they don't know what prices to charge. They don't know,
Right.
like all this stuff. And because of that, they undercharge themselves and almost cheapen the industry.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because at some point, these vets are going to be done with this at some point. And
Mhm.
now, yeah, I'm charging $100 for like to shoot a game. $100.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you gonna
Wow.
do with that? You know
You
what I'm
gonna
saying?
spend
But there was
30 getting
nobody.
Yeah.
There was nobody there to say like, nah, bro, you shortchanging yourself.
Especially if you've been doing it for some time.
Yeah.
Right.
If you just getting into it, okay.
yeah,
maybe,
yeah, I get
but-
that. But that's the only thing I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Follow-up question. Do you think that people are quicker to support white creatives as opposed to Black creatives?
Yes.
I feel like white creators are quicker to support white creatives, and I feel like they have in a sense that they have a bigger platform, so there's more exposure to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a sense of, I feel like, I'm just being real, I feel like with Black creatives, Black anything, we're always playing catch up,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes, going back to the original question, we can be our own detriment. So if you let's look at like Peter McKinnon.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody under his like umbrella, he's pushing them out, supporting. They're doing like cross brands and like collaborations with so many people, and obviously that just opens up the market. Moment you think about all these top tier creatives, tier one, they know there's not a lot of us doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think it does go back to the first question, where I feel like to a certain degree, we're not collaborating enough, or we're not thinking outside the box enough. And to even keep ourselves accountable, we're not motivated and consistent enough. So that's my answer.
What was you about to say? You was about to talk.
Oh no, I lost it.
I'll re-ask the question. Do you feel like people support white creatives more than black creatives?
Yes.
Okay, so there's nothing there.
Yeah,
okay,
no.
got it. Why do you think that?
I don't know. I just do. Like when you think of, I don't want to say anything, but like you just immediately think like white. I don't know. I don't know why.
When you say support, what do you mean? Like monetarily, like, or shout outs, or what do you think when
I take
when
that
you,
as anything.
when you say support?
I think anything.
Anything?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case.
I feel like
At least I don't see that in my
Circle.
sphere.
Yeah.
Circle. I feel like when it comes to black people, being associated with some type of white person is kind of like a stamp of approval based on what we're doing. Yeah, like I don't know about y'all if y'all have ever felt that, but it's like, oh man, I don't like creatives are essential, for example. Like I don't want people to think this is just a black brand, right? So I'm like, dang, I gotta get some white people on the page just to show that it's inclusive. But that's a little different, but I do feel like people don't feel like they're official unless they're working with white people sometimes. Like they're the standard. You know? And I also feel like black people do I really want to say this?
We could edit it out.
Shut up. I feel like you see a lot of black people pursuing creative things more regularly than you do white people. So when a white person is like a photographer or whatever, I think it's celebrated more than
Because
when a black person is a photographer, because it's just so common or you're so used to it. At least being a black person. I don't know the white perspective of that, but
I mean, I do feel like with the emergence of social media, like now everybody has a camera and you can do so much with it. So like now everyone's a creative in a sense. Like if you have an Instagram page, it's like, what does my aesthetic look like? Blah, blah, blah. So I feel like it can seem oversaturated, but I feel like that's where consistency comes in, because every day there's somebody who's starting to be or aspires to be a creative, and every day somebody's just like, all right, I don't want to do this anymore. But if you're like consistent and somebody's like you said, like I've been doing my YouTube channel since 2018. And I think for me personally, people have noticed that more than like, oh, I like your videos or I like how this looks. It's like, yo, you just been consistent with this thing. So I feel like consistency kind of like, you know, separates you. Or even like, let's go back to Peter McKinnon. He's been in photography for like 10 years. But over the past, 2-3 years, people have noticed him.
Because he got into YouTube. He wasn't doing YouTube before.
But it's like he still has this background of photography and the time that he's put into it. So
okay, so on that tip, like as a creator, YouTube specifically, if you started YouTube at the same time as like a white person who wanted to do YouTube, who do you think would get the notoriety faster?
I think it depends on knowledge. And I say that because YouTube isn't just about the video and putting it out there. I feel like there's some people who start YouTube without, like there's stuff I'm learning about YouTube now that I'm like, had I known this before, my channel could have been so much further along. So I think it depends on who has the knowledge behind their channel. Like when it comes to like the algorithm, when it comes to hashtags, when it comes to how to promote the video, when it comes to like different avenues to collab, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like what's the knowledge behind it for me?
I'm fleshing this out in my head as I'm saying it, so I'm gonna hope this makes sense. But I just think the communities are just so different in the way we approach things of business, or you know what I mean. And I think because of that, that's why we see certain like Caucasian people kind of able to navigate those spaces better. Caucasian? Or I mean Caucasian from the Caucasus Islands.
I looked at you, know, when you said that. I'm like, okay.
No, white people. No. But I feel like in that YouTube example, like there's a lot of white people on YouTube. Now, don't grant it, like obviously, yes, black, white, all the different races watch YouTube, but I feel like there's so much more like that
goes behind it,
you know, that are invested in certain things. So you can have these rando people skyrocket. Like there are people that are like YouTube huge that I don't even know about.
Yeah.
They're not
seriously.
even on my radar. I'm like,
Right.
who the heck is so-and-so? And about, oh, they're the top, like they got a diamond, you know
But
what I
I
mean?
feel like
What?
those top tier people, a lot more of them are white than black.
And I agree. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, because I feel like in these spaces, there's more white people in general. You know what I mean?
To
Like,
boost.
Because black people
Got
make up
you.
what 16% of the United States, and you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
And of those
That's a
black
good
people,
point.
like just think, like how many of them are like on YouTube? Man, I want to buy that guy's merch. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not just out here like that.
Right.
Like we might go to YouTube to watch, you know, this video, that video, funny this or informative that, but we're not like, you know, how can I invest in this? You know what I mean?
Right.
That just doesn't seem to be the mindset within the black community as a whole. You know, it's there, but it's not prominent. And I think it's different when you are walking in those white circles. There's a mindset of investing and creating wealth and you know, like college funds and you know, this and that, and like sometimes, you know, some people aren't in positions to do those things, so they don't even talk to their kids about it. They might not know about it. Like it's just there's different dynamics that play into that.
If I could interject, I think you're kind of saying it too. I think we kind of approach it from a different perspective as well. Well, kind of what Joe's saying. So, like, for example, black people are known to be entertainers. Black people are known to be like athletes. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I feel like when it comes to YouTube, the example of YouTube, we're looking at it like, how can I be funny to get more views and likes?
Yes.
Where white people are like, all right, how does this benefit my family? How am I going to send my kids to college? How am I going to collab with different companies so that way I can pay my mortgage and set up a legacy?
Right. There's more
for
strategy.
there's more
behind it.
strategy behind it.
And there's exactly. It's a bigger picture behind just YouTube being YouTube famous.
Trying to
Right.
go
You know what I
viral.
mean? Exactly.
Or TikTok
like and
famous
it's,
or whatever.
It's bad. I'm ashamed at like how old I was when I thought like okay, in my head, you ask young me, okay, when YouTube is coming up, I'm like, my only mindset is, okay, let me get monetized so that I can start making money from YouTube. But then you got some people who are like, okay, they don't even care. Oh, we're getting demonetized on this episode. They don't care because I got this going.
Yeah.
I got this brand deal going.
Right.
Like in their
Sponsorship,
thought,
this and-
exactly.
Yeah.
They're not even thinking about YouTube money. They're thinking about everything that they can gain from this platform that they started.
Right.
And like, to me, that was a mindset shift that I didn't naturally come to.
And
Mine was just like, oh, YouTube gonna pay me money?
But guess what?
Right here, right
that
now.
goes back to the knowledge. And that's why I
Right.
said when you asked me that question, like, it's like, what do you know? I feel like in this example, there's more knowledge in that area, like where they're diving into like all these other things. Well, for us, it's just like, we just trying to get monetized because
Right.
we don't know
Right.
about all these other
Yeah, yeah,
things.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Well, we're going to leave that there because that's, I feel like between this topic and the dating topic, that's two whole different
Yeah.
shows that
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
we
yeah.
need to dive into more, even though next episode we're going to have a guest.
But they should send in more questions though. If
I
y'all
like
ever,
that.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you got questions, send them in.
you've
You
got
know?
questions, we've got answers.
We got responses.
Right. I don't know about answering.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, guys, what inspired you since the last time we met? Since everybody has one, right?
Well,
Mark, you have two. Go ahead.
Well, for me, I've recently fallen back in love with music. And I
Oh,
think from
I didn't. I ain't know where that was going.
Me neither.
no,
I'm like,
that's one. I've fallen back in love with music. I think like for a while I haven't really appreciated music. I just haven't felt like there was really any like good music. But I think between like I don't know, like Maverick City, I feel like their whole album is like dope.
Yeah.
It's
didn't
like
they,
messes me up every
They
time.
just won a Billboard award.
yeah.
And they were like
Yeah.
top 6 or their songs were like in the top 6.
Yeah.
Like different songs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's
good stuff,
crazy.
man.
And then other like R&B, listen to R&B again, you know? So,
So when
Who
we
you
listen
listen
that,
to? I'm sorry.
huh?
when we getting that R&B album, Mark.
I mean, I'm just trying to get my summer body right first, which leads me into my second one. Well, y'all like that segue, right? Des, she's been inspiring me this week. Like she,
I did not see that coming. I'm like, what are you?
No, I'm being serious because I'll be like eating my Oreos, watching Netflix, and I like scroll through Instagram, and Des over there. Y'all worked out today? So I'm like, and I think I texted you. I was like, let me walk around this block. So like for the past week, I've been running every day.
Okay.
And I've also been doing, 100 push-up challenge. And
Every day?
Every day.
Oh man.
And I didn't want to like
so stupid.
I mean, sorry. Sit down. No, I've been working out. And I think Josh is our friend. We're gonna be going to the gym this week.
So so cute.
I didn't know you guys went to that gym. I didn't know you.
Well, I
go
to UFit.
Okay.
Well, we both do, but we just didn't ever go together.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna be working
accountability.
out.
I love it.
But yeah, man, I think for me, because it's something I've been wanting to do, but going back to accountability or even seeing like your friends get back and it kind of motivates you. I'm like, yeah. I'm not gonna be fat around Des, and she trying to go to the beach. Like, hey guys, want to go to the beach this week? I'm like, I'm not gonna be fat next to you.
We can go to the park,
right?
Talking about frisbee and music and food. We can do
It's
all those
vibe.
things on grass.
So I've been consistent. I'm proud of myself, and between music and
I'm proud of you.
Fitness.
As well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
And good on you, Des.
So sometimes we
Thanks.
just inspire
Yeah.
people we don't
Thanks.
even know.
Yeah.
So.
10 weeks in. We'll see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
2.5
Every week is a
months?
struggle. Like, should I just text her and be like, look, this has been great. You've helped me so much, but
I ain't coming
not
back.
Mine is my trainer, actually. She is now Jenya. She is now starting her business and like getting clients to train and stuff like that. So just seeing her, train me and, the desires and the ideas that she has to like launch her business. And I'm like, I see you. And I definitely can see her doing it because her body is like,
She's a beast.
bruh,
Yeah.
bruh.
She's a beast.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So she's my inspiration this week.
It's good stuff. Christina?
Well, my inspiration, it's not a thing, but it's people. So I've just been looking around at people who are either my age or younger, who are, I feel, just a little further than I am in certain areas of life. And they just been motivating me to just get my stuff together.
Yeah.
I'm like, if y'all could do it,
Yeah.
and y'all 25, 26, 27, or my age, like, I could do it. I need to make sure that I, keep my stuff in line and am actually making progress to get to the goals that I have, rather than just saying that I have goals and then just hoping that they happen.
Yeah.
So Homily and Brittany being one of them. I just love watching them work together.
Yeah.
And, knock out their goals and plan for the next year and all that stuff. I love seeing it.
Boy,
So
they be having weddings every week. I'd be tired
Multiple.
looking at their Instagram. Like,
And each video is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not
I
even like,
love
okay,
them.
that looked like the same one
Yeah.
last time. No, like each of them.
Yep.
I love
All
it.
got their own vibe.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I'm going to also piggyback on Homily and Brittany. Shout out
Get
to
your
Undies
own.
Visuals.
Get
No,
your
but it's
own.
funny because Homily hit me up. What was it? Maybe like a week, like earlier this week or something like that, or last week. And mind you, like Homily doesn't really do that. So I'm like, I saw a FaceTime come. I'm like, did he accidentally?
Yeah, because you be making a big deal every time y'all don't talk and he come around. He's probably like,
Oh no, I mean I've been off that. Yeah.
like he off them shoes that he don't.
Oh no,
Let's
I
talk
I
about
never
it.
said I was off that. no, but like anyway, it was just like, oh, I wondered this, so I answered it. And he was like, "Hey man, what's going on? I'm just checking in on you."
I love
And yeah, he's real cool. And he was like, "Yeah, I saw on the podcast you wasn't sleeping, so I had to come and check. Like, what's up?" So, but I was talking with him and Brittany, and like the fact that Brittany is starting to like get into the editing side of doing stuff, and she was like, "You want to see the video I worked on?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's see it."
One clip.
It was like one clip. It was like maybe 7 seconds long. She's like, "Not bad." I'm like a single tear rolled down my head. No, but I really love that. Oh, just lost
Dang.
the headphones. But the
dynamic.
It's
that
okay,
they
we can
have
plug it
working
back.
Yeah.
together.
The dynamic that they
Mhm.
have
Mm-hmm.
is, and I just powered on something in the headphones as well.
It's okay.
This is really going off the rails. But yeah, just their dynamic and how well they're working together and just growing together. And she's jumping in on the editing
Mhm.
side and shooting. She's shooting
Yeah.
now too.
Yeah, I love
And
it.
I'm just like, man, this is dope. You guys are amazing. And
About to
I
find them a
want-
camera bay.
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
up. And if you have any friends, please.
I think they would be a good couple to like have on because like was Brittany like as creative before she met Homily? Because
I guess maybe we'll find out if we
Yeah.
ever do an interview with them.
because that would be that would be cool. Like, did he pull that out of her? Because now she's learning all this stuff and
That's
traveling
true.
and stuff.
We'll have them.
I'm open to it. I like
Let's
it.
do it.
I like it. All right, y'all boys.
No?
That's another one. Episode
13?
13. I'm glad y'all remember the numbers. 'Cause I don't be remembering.
Yeah.
As we got over 10, and I'm just happy about that.
For
So
real.
This was a good one.
this
Yeah.
was a good one. We gonna do a separate podcast on dating and then like
We do.
black creatives versus white creatives.
And we want to hear I think we should try to hear from the people out there as well and
Yeah.
their thoughts. And,
Comment.
I want to know. I want to know where everybody else's headspace is at
Yeah.
on that.
Well, follow us on Instagram at Creatives Are Essential. Oh, that's my uncle calling me. Oh, I just saw Reese texted me and said that he showed me a picture of Fred wearing the Creatives Are Essential.
Yeah.
on the show.
Yep.
Shout out
I
to
am
Uncle Fred.
happy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Uncle Fred. Good old, he's just so real
He's
dude.
so cool.
Real dude. But yeah, follow us on Instagram at Creatives.
Chill out, bro.
At Creatives Are Essential. We selling out of this merch and I'm not restocking it. We're gonna do something different.
Did the hoodies
Yeah.
come in?
Huh?
Did the hoodies come in?
They're coming in this week.
Bam.
So yeah, pick you up some merch while you still can, because after this is gone, that's it.
Dang.
For real, for real.
Yep.
For real, for real.
She said it twice, so it's real.
Yeah. You already know.
Creativesareessential.co. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening to it. Subscribe, drop a comment, rate it, do all the things. I am Christina.
I am Mark Elise.
I am Des.
And I'm just Joe. Just kidding. Joe did. Bye.
Mark Leasy.
Oh, that was just like, Joe be like, Wagwan. I was like, I want to.
He's trying out catchphrases.
Mark Elise.
What's your next one?
I don't know.
Oh,
Mark
but
Lizzo.
yeah.
Lil Mark.
I don't think that's it. All right, y'all boys. Later.
Peace out.
Bye.
Peace.